Hi everybody. So I decided to make a bunch of videos for us to all do our journey together. So that might be easier. You can watch these videos whenever you want. Hopefully your grown-up has picked up your journey book and your patches. If they haven't, it's okay. You can still do these activities and we'll figure it out. But if they did get this journey book, we'll do this in sections. You can do all the activities and read it however you want. It doesn't have to go with these videos, but we'll follow along the book with the activities. So for this first part, it'll go with just the introduction, where it says a road trip to remember. Because remember, our last meeting, we talked about how we were going to take a journey, but we weren't going to leave Kensington or Bethesda or Maryland. And as part of our journey, we decorated postcards to send to other Girl Scouts in other parts of the country, and we have been getting a whole bunch of them back. I will take pictures of them, the fronts and the backs, where everybody wrote their things to all of you. So we have some from California, we have some from Texas. This one's a cool one from North Carolina that changes. Let's see, what else do we have? We have one with a turtle on it, which was really cool. Some more from California. And let's see, we got one from with a picture of Yosemite National Park. Another one from California. So I will take all the pictures of them so you guys can read them all later. So that's part of our journey. And so normally when somebody's going on a journey or going on vacation somewhere, you say, have a good trip, right? Because that's a nice thing to do. So we'll learn how to say have a good trip in all different languages too. But for today, we'll just say have a good trip. And so you can read the introduction and you can hear how all the flower friends are going on their road trip. And you can probably think about when you've gone on a trip or a vacation. It doesn't have to be somewhere far away, but it might have been. And if you liked going on vacation or you like staying home better, what did you do? What did you pack in your suitcase? Do you go on, especially now, you can go on short trips around your neighborhood since we can't go far away, right? You can walk around the neighborhood, walk around your street. You can go to Rock Creek Park. Lots of things to do. So for today's activity, we're going to do a nature thing, and we're also going to talk about how to solve a conflict. So that's like when you don't agree with somebody else, and about feelings and all sorts of things. So it'll be a lot of fun. So the first thing to do is about conflict. So conflict is when somebody doesn't agree with somebody else. So if you were having a play date with a friend and it's been raining so you can't go outside, and maybe you want to stay inside and draw pictures, but your friend wants to go outside and splash in the puddles, right? What do you do with your friend? Do you just separate and do separate things? Or maybe you can work it out, right? Maybe you can talk about it. Maybe you can compromise. Maybe you can say, so compromise is if you try to figure out something that you both want to do. Maybe you'll stay inside and draw pictures for a little while, but then you'll go outside and splash in puddles. So everybody's happy, right? So that's a good way to think about conflict. So for us to practice doing this is, since we can't do it as a whole troop, as a whole Girl Scout troop, we just did it with our family. So you can do it with your grown-ups. If you have brothers and sisters, you can definitely invite them, see if they'll want to do it. So we're going to try and do something where you can go outside and everybody's going to find something from nature to draw. It could be flowers or sticks or rocks or animals or houses even, whatever you want. Everybody gets to draw their own thing, but the trick is everybody has to draw the same kind of thing. So you all have to agree, your whole family has to agree on what kind of thing to draw. So maybe somebody wants to draw clouds, but you want to draw leaves. You guys all have to figure it out, what you want to all draw together. So everybody's going to draw the same kind of thing. So in our family, we decided to all draw flowers. I wanted to draw bugs, but Katerina wanted to draw flowers. And we talked about it. maybe there was a good reason that we shouldn't draw bugs. So it was kind of chilly and we had to stay in our yard. So Katerina thought maybe we wouldn't be able to find as many bugs where we knew that we had lots of flowers. So I thought that was a good reason. So we drew flowers. So Katerina drew this and we labeled what kind of flower it is. So there's a cool app. It's free called iNaturalist that we use that you can take pictures and it'll help you figure out what you're looking at. So this was my picture. I picked something different. It's called a grape hyacinth. Katerina drew a violet. And then Katerina's dad drew this. It's a periwinkle. So everybody can draw their own thing. And then you don't have to label it. In fact, it's more fun if you don't label it. So you bring all your pictures back in and then try to figure out what everyone else drew and see if you can find like that same leaf or the same rock. And it's kind of a fun activity. So it's something to do outside. You can all do it together. And okay, so that's the outside activity for this first part. It's pretty easy. And for the last part, so we did conflict and we did our nature activity. And so the last part of our journey is about feelings. So there's this one thing where you can do, it's a big bucket of words or a big bucket of feelings. So you can just draw a bucket if you want. You can use a real bucket, but we can write down what you're feeling today. So like today we're talking about Girl Scouts, but we don't get to meet in person. So, you know, I'm a little bit sad because I miss you guys, but I'm excited because we still get to do this journey together. So maybe I could write that down on a piece of paper. You can draw your own blue bucket and, you know, your bucket of feelings. And then the next video, we'll do a different set of feelings and we'll see how many other feelings we can fill up in our bucket of feelings. And I think that's all for today. So, everybody that came to the last meeting should have gotten, let's see, there it is, this big square patch. So that's going to be the start of our journey. And then you're going to get 3 little patches that go on this big square. So I think you'll get your first one will be the blue bucket, but not yet. We got a little bit more work to do. But this is the end of the first video, so you guys can get started. And I will see you in the next video.